Whatever the reasons are you clicked on this video is actually on how to guarantee you never have a girlfriend in this coming year due to having a tree softly lit in the background in January when it's not even snowing outside in a dark room with a half-lit face. This is what we have to work with now, people. Anyways, getting into it, how to guarantee that you never reach your results. I said this way because I think so much of the focus is on how do we achieve it, but it's also important to know what are the things that are currently and have in the past held you back from achieving your fitness goals year after year after year. So let's talk about that. First and foremost, identity. You have to shift your identity. You can't be your old self trying to be this new thing. And let me explain that. When you are saying, I guess I have to go to the gym, or I guess I have to eat better, or I should do these things, that is someone that is not identified with those behaviors, and therefore everything you do will be a resistance, right? Because you're trying to force yourself to do something you haven't done or isn't natural to you. So instead of framing it as, oh, I have to do these things, I want you to reframe it to, how do I become the type of person that does these different tasks? I get to go to the gym. I can't wait to eat healthy, right? Just a simple identity shift into becoming the person that does those kind of things now, rather than, just wishing that you were that type of person, so to speak. So do your best. Obviously, it's going to be a lot of fake it till you make it, which is okay, because eventually you will make it, right? When you do these things repeatedly, you'll start to see benefits. It'll build momentum on itself. So that would be number one. Number two is focusing on the ideal. So you don't want to focus on the ideal, because the ideal is, I'm going to eat brown rice, chicken, and broccoli every meal. I'm going to go to the gym 2 hours every single day. I'm going to get exactly 8 hours of sleep. I'm never going to have a stressful day ever again. There's so many factors that go into you aligning with your goals and actually achieving them. So it's easy though with fitness, and fitness is no different, to get hyper obsessed with what's ideal and going full in. You're drinking, 14 shots all the way into the new year, but as soon as January 1st hits, you're like, okay, and now I'm going to do all these things. Like, again, that's kind of like not really identity shifting. It's kind of like just pretending you're being something else, right? Before you've actually done the thing. So main thing with this is that you really want to figure out what is sustainable versus what is ideal. Because if you focus too much on the ideal, then that's a recipe for burnout. You're not going to make it. You might make it like a weekend, a month in, maybe a few months in, but eventually you're going to get so burned out because it's not sustainable that you're going to want to go the other way. You have to look at it as a lifestyle change and not a temporary fix. And I think that's where a lot of people go wrong, is they think, oh, like I'll do these things. When I lose my 20 pounds, I'll then just go back to eating whatever I want. No, it doesn't really work like that. Nor do you want it. You'll figure out when you start eating healthier and you start exercising, you feel so much better. You don't want to go back to doing those other things. However, I still eat the fun stuff, right? You gotta have balance in your life. I had a burger today, right? It's a Tuesday. I had a Tuesday burger, and I wasn't planning on that. I just was feeling it. But I eat healthy most of the time, which is why I'm able to get away with that stuff. So again, look at it as a lifestyle change where you still have fun things here and there, but you're eating mostly healthy rather than a temporary fix. So again, to kind of sum up this video, first and foremost, identity shift. You got to become the person with their associated rituals and habits and mindset now, right? So do the activities, fake it till you make it. And eventually that will just become your identity. But try to think about how the person views these activities rather than you as your old self viewing them as something new and you're trying to implement them. Hopefully that makes sense. And number two, focus on what's sustainable and not ideal. Because if you focus on the ideal, that is a recipe for burnout. You won't make it long term. And you're just going to be right back at it in 2025 and beyond, right back to square zero, starting all over again. So you got to have these two different things. Message me if you have any questions. Love you all. Have a good night.